Hi, hi, hi. Welcome to today's Daily Divine at 11:44 local time. Welcome, welcome, welcome to anyone who is new. Please make yourself at home here and know that you are very welcome here. To all who have been traveling this road with me for a while, thank you so much for continuing to come back and doing the sacred work of your beautiful heart. For those who don't know me, my name is Lisa Lyle. This is my channel here on YouTube. You can find me on Facebook at Divine Consciousness Rising, although I have to admit I'm not very active over there since the Wisdom of the Heart community page was hijacked about a month ago, maybe 6 weeks ago. I've just been really called to focus here on YouTube and the things I do behind the scenes. So just let's get this Palo Santo going. If you are new, please do, if anything resonates with you, please engage. It helps me to tap in and tune in to the energy of the collective and offer a little more focused support and guidance. So your thumbs up, your comments are all greatly supportive. For all subscribers, new and old, who comment on content, you get your name entered into a free monthly giveaway, a reading giveaway, and the next draw will be live on August the 29th. So, sunshine greetings, dear sister. How are you? Whew, what a time it has been. Okay, so before I get into it, let me kick off these little slippers first and foremost. And I'm going to ask at this time that I'm a clear and pure channel to bring through messages from Source Divine, loving and kind, who seeks for us to only achieve and fulfill our missionary work at this time. So, it is Tuesday. It is Tuesday, and the energetics of the last 36 to 48 hours have been off the charts, intense. And we do have Mercury retrograde at this time, and the Lionsgate portal just closed yesterday. And although it's closed, that doesn't mean we're still not in the energetic. All it really means is that during that time from July 27th to August the 12th was open and abundant with opportunities for us to step more confidently onto our path. And we're doing it. If you're here watching this, absolutely you're doing it. And now it is a time until Mercury begins moving direct again, which is on August the 28th. It's really important that we address what is on the home front. And like my dear friend Dawn, there's a lot of focus on decluttering, clearing the clutter. And, I jumped out of bed this morning and I've got rugs outside. I've got stuff in the laundry. I've swept through the floors, and there's just this real need to clear things out. And I suspect that energy is going to continue throughout the day because I'm already looking at spaces that need my attention. So you're probably feeling this, and this is a good thing. This is a good time to clear the clutter. This is a good time to reflect on situations in your life and where you're being called center stage, if you will, to step up or step into a more secure and confident place. So as we left here yesterday, we ended with this card, the real you. And there was another deck of cards here that I didn't use. And so when the live was finished, I was guided to tune into that deck. It is the Tree Angel Oracle. Do I have the guidebook here? It's the Tree Angel Oracle. And some really beautiful cards came out and really reflective of those cards that fell out for us yesterday from the Herbal Astrology Oracle. So the first card out here was the Scots Pine, and it was a 19. And if you'll remember, we had the Tulsi card, the Wealth card, which is also 19. This judgment energy. And, from my personal experience of this time, I will say that there is a part of the reflecting that's going on over the last couple of decades or few decades of our life, or in fact, our entire life experience. A lot of what is going on, it's almost like, so as I mentioned to you back on the 10th, whenever that was, Saturday, I guess, I had got married 33 years ago on that date. And so this week was our horny moon. I know what I was doing 33 years ago. What about you? And I'm just trying to make light of a situation, or our situations, to help us sort of get over this hurdle and to break free from really deeply ingrained patterns that have been replaying throughout our lifetime with obviously different actors in the scenes of our life. And so we are at this point now where we are, from a higher perspective, viewing ourselves and all of the situations and all of the just basically our lives. It's like a life review, if you will. And we may be judging ourselves, right? If we're outwardly judging others, then for sure inwardly we are judging ourselves. And I'm feeling guided to say it's important to make the shift from judgment to discernment. And in that process comes that energy of forgiveness, which we've had here a lot as well. So Scots Pine, again, it's, we are the channel of light, and it's along our spine that we have the opportunity to cleanse and clear and really to open ourselves up to a greater experience, the reasons for why we are here. The next two cards that came out were the Hornbeam card, and it's a number 25. So we've got this 7 energy again, our physical bodies, right? Our 777, lucky sevens. We are here to clear through our physical body. And if you look at the image on this card and this card, it's like they are guarding the pathway. And I'm really feeling guided to say our path, the path of our heart, the path of service that we're here for, the path of joy, because service is truly joy, right? As I serve, I am healed. And, it's exciting to think that others may be inspired to do their own inner work. But what I'm really feeling with this is that our path, the path of our heart, is secure, is guided, and we are protected as we continue here to walk the path of our heart. And it's our physical body is going through a lot. I'm not sure if you're feeling it, but the physical body is going through a lot. And this happens often as there is an opportunity for us to step in to a new space. So if you have been actively releasing and clearing and continuing to do so while Mercury is still retrograde, by the time we hit Virgo season, and in particular the harvest moon, in the full moon in Pisces in September, which I begin kicks off eclipse season. Let me have a second eclipse season of the year. As we approach this, because we've got another 7, right? So again, back to the physical body and the mighty oak. And there's this saying out there, the mighty oak was once a little nut who stood its ground. And that's all of us, right? We're all little nuts. And actually, just one second. Speaking of little nuts, little acorns. So from the mighty oak, and I found this little stem of them the other night while I was out walking. One of them popped off, but this is representative of who we are. And we were born at a time, we were born into this experience to be unconventional. We weren't born to be slaves to the grindstone. We weren't born to be like everyone else, cookie cutters, right? If we want a cookie cutter experience, we can go bake some gingerbread men, right? That's not what we're here for. We are here to allow our unique soul shine to um, show up and shine and support others to do the same. I was having a conversation with a gentleman at work the other day, and he's like, I've given up on um, humanity. Basically, I have no faith. People they want to do good things, but ultimately when people aren't looking, they don't. And again, it comes back to that judgment energy, right? If I'm living in alignment with my truth and acting in integrity, that's really what matters. And yes, of course, when we are aligned and in integrity, we can definitely feel those vibes that are off, that aren't aligned. And that's really their journey, right? With God within them. It's a part of their awakening. And it can be hard to step back. It was 11:11 there. It can be hard to step back and be the observer. And yet, if you really believe in who you are and you really have faith in what and this experience, and that we're all here to grow, the best that we can do for that individual who's not in alignment, or a whole collective of individuals who are not in alignment, is to stand our sacred ground, is to really do what we can, so we're not so disturbed by the fact that others aren't getting it. It's about what we know. And again, these cards, obviously it's the Tree Angel Oracle, but this is really about our innate connection to nature. And so I feel for some of you watching this, there definitely is this energy, this need to get to nature. And then finally, the final card that came out was linden. And we have some beautiful linden trees in the neighborhood. The fragrance off of the blooms in the early spring, late spring, early summer, so beautiful. So beautiful. And this image here is the first image I see of a feminine energy here. And it's really speaking about, if we put her in the middle of these two divine masculine, she's the one walking the path of her heart. And it is the masculine who has stepped into his sacred role as protector, really allows the feminine, and this may just be within ourselves, because many of us don't have this partnership currently. And so it's about knowing, it's about the knowing within that we are guided, protected, safe, and supported as we go, as we continue to nurture the landscape of our dreams and bring them to life, while we're allowing the world to see who we truly are. And for most of us, who we truly are is incredibly sensitive people. I have a friend that always says to me, you like to cry. And it's like, no, not that I like to cry. I don't dislike crying. I just am, so the depth of emotion I feel, and and the empathy and compassion for others, because I've been at this for most of my adult life. So let's say, the last 30 years or so, really on this awakening. And it's not easy. And yet, for many of you coming here now, in your 20s and 30s, this is a perfect opportunity to heed the advice of an elder, who is wise, who has done a lot of the inner work and continues to on a daily basis. This is the reward. And the reward is living a life in which we are proud of, a life in which we are aligned with truth, the truth of source within us. And as a result of that, we conduct ourselves in integral ways. And integrity is really an important thing. When this 11 came out, it took me back to this 11, although it was 29, we know it's 11. We are the gateway, and it's through our physical body that we step onto the path of service. We step through the gateway, and more confirmation that by 1111, there's going to be another path that presents itself for us to step onto. And so whatever we're clearing away now is making way, making room for the next phase, the next abundant phase of our journey, full of good fortune and prosperity. And I'm just so excited. There's so much going on currently in my world, and there's 3 viewers and 3 likes, 33. This energy of the Christ, the light of Christ, awakening and rising within us as we continue to use our discernment, call on our angels, call on our team of light that supports us to, really get to it, get to the good stuff. Here I am at the midway point of life, because yes, I'm going to live to 111. No, or 100 and what would it be? Like 8. So this is really about us getting to the good stuff and not continuing to repeat these patterns. So wherever you are in life, it's really important that you get to the good stuff. And so here, from this almost 54-year-old's perspective, if you're 34 or 24 watching this, get to it. Trust what you know, because it doesn't change. It really doesn't change. We change, yet the truth, the message, the love never changes. The connection to source never changes. We only become more aware of it or more accepting of it. And through that, we are given grace. And as we accept grace, as we forgive ourselves, as we heal, as we release, we then create a safe space for others through that energy of grace, through that energy of compassion, awareness, and understanding. So I'm just trying to see which deck of cards would like to just, I guess, I was really, that feels like what I was guided to share. What is this deck? Let's take this deck. I'm not familiar with it. Oh, yes, it's the shaman something. Let me see. I don't know where the guidebook is. Okay, well, I guess it's not that important right now. I believe it's the shaman dream oracle, something like that. Anyways, let's tune in and get a few cards. I got to get back to decluttering. Aww, I don't want to cry. I could though. Oh, this, and they want the bottom card, so I'm not even going to look at that yet. And let me just shuffle again. Oh my gosh, that card is so beautiful. And really more confirmation. And I guess that's part of why I was guided to leave the cards out from yesterday, because my team was saying these are messages to build upon. These are not one-off messages. And these are not just date specific. Like it's August the 13th right now. Yet, whenever you are getting this is crazy. Whenever you are connecting with this, and 1919 there, and we've got another 19, we have 3 19s on on the table, which is that judgment energy. Is it? No, the 19 is the sun. The 20 is the judgment. So the sun is shining on us. This is so beautiful. So the first card out is the beloved card, radical acceptance. 2, high priestess vibes, standing on our own 2 feet. If we do the 1111, the pillars of light, radical acceptance. What are we accepting? We are accepting life on life's terms. We are accepting ourselves and others where we are in the moment. And if we can't, then that's our work, right? It's not because, yeah, we're not going to change other people so that they're acceptable to us. All we need to do is accept and love ourselves as we are in the moment. And through that acceptance, we're then able to love and accept, yes, getting comfortable in our own skin. And as we do, then we're able to love and accept ourselves throughout the various stages of life, right? Lisa, who was the 20-year-old getting married back in 1991, these things, and it takes time, and we're really being, again, the beloved energy. This is the divine union energy, the union of the masculine and feminine. So even though we may not be in partnership at this time, we are supported by our divine counterpart. 2112, it was just there. So then the next card that came out, and I believe we got this card a few days ago when I first used the deck, and it is the falling angel, spiritual narcolepsy. And it's like spiritual sleepwalking. And yet, so actually what I'm hearing today, which is a little different, what I'm hearing, let me see if I can put the words to it. All living beings alive at this time are spiritual in nature. And the issue is, and what has brought us collectively to the now moment, this transformative now moment, unlimited potential for the expansion of consciousness and the reclaiming of our divine heritage, our divine birthright, requires an awakening to the idea that the sun, the joy, the blessings, the gifts, the abundance of life is ours. We must awaken from the sleep that diminishes us and tells us that we are less than, and that we could easily be replaced by robots. BS. I'm sick of the artificial world. I'm sick of it. And so we are the ones shifting it. And it's really about non-engagement with those things that do not align with the truth that we know and feel inside. And so this is what makes us the modern day mystics, because we are breaking free from within our experience so that we can go out there and have the full on abundant experience that God intended, that our higher self intended for us in this lifetime. So it's almost like we are the angels who have fallen to earth to re-emerge through that sort of the visual of the caterpillar to the cocoon to the butterfly. This is us, right? We come into this life with such innocence. We're so dependent on those around us who, care for our every need at that stage. And somewhere early in that experience, we, as the soul, began to disconnect from the source, the voice, the God within us, and we began to be influenced by, the external world. And, unfortunately for a lot of us, the external world that we were born into was lacking a lot of consciousness, was lacking in integrity, was stuck in these perpetual cycles and patterns of pain. And we're not here for that. We're not here for the pain game. We are here to gain understanding and awareness through the healing of our pain. And Tristan agrees. So trust the purity of your heart. And finally, dances on one foot, the balancing act. And I believe that's a silk something moth. That's a really beautiful moth. Tristan, relax. And this is a number 9. 9 is the hermit energy. So I would strongly encourage you all, Virgos, we do it really well. And others do it well too, to the point of it feels like almost isolating. And what I'm feeling is use this Mercury retrograde to insulate yourself in this bubble of love, this bubble of, and imagine yourself, call it in and feel it, like spread your arms out. I can't really twist here because we're not going to have my wingspan, but go around. Stretch your arms out to your side and move in a circle, right, counterclockwise and clockwise. That is the space that you want to imagine, this vessel of light that you're traveling in, this Merkaba, right? We are the vehicle of light in this lifetime. And dances on one foot. Well, everybody who knows me knows I'm going to say, have a dance party, have a solo dance party today. And, balance is born from within. It's not up there on the balance beam, although that looks good. It's more about having your feet firmly planted below your hips, or maybe a little bit wider, so that you can feel grounded and, having fun. We are here to create the balance. And so with this 9 energy, it's like, embrace your inner hermit for the next few weeks. And actually, in fact, they're saying 6 weeks, Lisa, 6 weeks. So really embrace that. And then as we come out of Virgo season into Libra, which is this balance, it is the scales. I feel like many of us need to hear that in this period of time, the next 6 weeks, divine justice is being served accordingly, according to deed for each of us. And so this isn't some big judgment, the hammer is coming down. This is about what's going on within our experience and how willing we are to show up for us. If you look at this card, it's all green with very little yellow. And yet the yellow is representative of that solar plexus opening up, that coming online, if you will. 9, when you think of, in numerology, so my life path is a 9. You add your birthday up, you put plus sign between each of the numbers of your birthday to come with your birth path. So if you add all the numbers up of my birthday, it comes to 36. You then put a plus sign between the 3 and 6, which comes to a 9. So my life path is 9, the humanitarian. It's also about wisdom and integrity. It is the path of integrity and wisdom in this lifetime. And so this is what it feels like with this card coming out and this message coming through, that for those of you who may not feel like you're aligned with your truth, or you're denying or avoiding your truth, this is the time to get clear. This is the time to step up, take those feet a little wider than hip width apart, and get grounded and get honest with yourself. There's a big, and you may need to clear space. They keep having me look over at that corner that needs to be dusted. It's going to be dusted very shortly. You may need to energetically clear your space so that you can get clear. Because when we've got clutter and if there's disorder around us, we're going to feel that as well. So today feels like a big opportunity for some healing. It feels like a big opportunity to change the narrative that continues to play in your mind. Take some time to unwind, and you may have to rewind through the shackles of the mind that have you continuing to repeat patterns which historically have shown end with the same result time after time after time again. And those of you who are doing the work will still be here in November, and we'll be talking about a completely different experience. Those of you who are unwilling to do the work will likely never come back to the channel. And yet, maybe you will 10 years from now, and the messages will still be relevant for you then. So trust where you are. And the thing about this moth, what is it called? It's like some silk. Is it the butterfly silk moth? Something like this. It's a beautiful, beautiful moth. Let me see if the book says it. Oh, I can't find the book, right? Lisa. Lisa, Lisa, Lisa. Lisa, 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 Lisa. Where's that book? Anyways, I don't know where it is. Oh, right there. It's right there. It's here. So this is the deck, the Shaman's Dream Oracle. Okay, so let's see if this tells us what that moth is, because I really want to know. And what I'm guided to say about that moth is that it's so beautiful. It's so unique, and so are we. So why do we want to look like everyone else with, artificial? How about we embrace our beauty, our natural beauty as women? How about we embrace our natural beauty and stop, judging what we see in the mirror? And this is a beautiful opportunity for us to practice self-care and abundance, and through our self-talk, right? Looking, mirror work. You're beautiful. And really have a look at yourself, your eyes. Look into your eyes. What do you see? What do you see? What do you see when you look at your beautiful body? The body that gets you through life, in your little hobbit feet. How do you feel about your little hobbit feet? Let's just embrace who we are in the moment. And and give ourselves permission to evolve and change, because we don't stay the same. If we stay the same, we are so if we stay the same, we get stagnant, it gets stinky, we get stuck, we get in a rut, we're depressed, we're down, we're addicted, right? All of these things, we're pessimistic. Let's be more optimistic. Let's have more faith in ourselves. Let's have more faith in our gifts and abilities and what we know based on experience, right? I can remember being like my son's age. He's 21. He knows everything. I don't know what he needs me for. Like, he's got it all figured out. I can remember, though, at 14, I had it all figured out, so it took him a little bit longer. But it's like, we change as we have our experiences, we grow and change. And to get so stuck and so much in the idea that I'm right, is like, it really limits us from experiencing the fullness of life. So with that being said, I'm going to read the guidebook for this card. Okay, because the others were self-explanatory. The silk moth, I think it's a silk moth. It says balancing act, resourcefulness, saying yes to life. Yes, yes, yes. When dances on one foot shows up, you are called to find a new balance. Just as a dancer moves gracefully into each pose, no matter how precariously balanced a step might seem, you must bring equanimity to the situation before you. No matter how thorny or difficult a relationship seems, if you are putting too much effort into managing your life, work, relationship, family, and digital media, you are missing the point. Absolutely. And the whole point of this channel and the whole point of much of what I share and the reason why I'm here is to bring people, to help guide people, lead people back to nature, because it is by nature we will be healed. It is through nature that we recognize our innate spiritual essence, our divinity. You have to be dancing while juggling your entire life, knowing that at any one time, half of it is going to be up in the air, right? It's like here, the intention is to be out of here by September 30th. I have no idea where I'm going. No idea. And have looked at a few places and all have been duds. And yet I'm very optimistic and I trust that we are going to be guided to the perfect landing spot for us to settle and call home for a little while. Um, it's not that you're doing too much work and find it impossible to catch up. Rather, it's you are confusing readiness with preparation. You will never, ever be fully prepared for all the challenges. And how about we switch that right here? And we may never, ever be ready for all the gifts of abundance that God has with our name on it. And yet it is here for us now. Let's just be open to receive. And about challenges, we know that we can move through any and all challenges. And if you don't know you can, trust me, you're looking at a miracle, and you can absolutely move through any challenge. And the more challenges I've found, the more challenging that our experience is, the more expansive and abundant our gifts that we are meant to receive are. And, again, it's about not giving up, trusting and believing the wisdom of your beating heart. You will never, ever be fully prepared for all the challenges in life, but you can be ready to say yes to a new invitation the universe offers you. Live in a state of yes to spirit and no to everything not infused with life, romance, vitality, and the sacred. Of course, love is the overriding energy there. You will be surprised at how quickly your load lightens when you hold true to this lesson. You are challenged now to work with the resources available to you and not be reduced by a belief. A belief, it has the word lie in it. Let's switch from belief to faith. Let's stop believing in things. Let's stop believing in things and have faith in things, because there's something about the language there with the lie in it, like television, believe, belief. Lie is right there in the word. And so I know that may be a little too woo woo. that's where I'm at this stage of life. So let's have faith in ourselves. If I only had more. That's the lie, right? Oh, if I only had more, there was only enough. There is. You have enough. There's enough time. There's enough hours. There's enough days. There's enough breath, right? There's enough water. There's enough resources. So stepping into, I have enough. I have faith that everything is working out for me. Life has provided you with everything you need to accomplish your goals and fulfill your mission. It's all inside of us. And, like I said, if you're 3 decades younger than I currently am, trust what you know. Trust what you know. Trust what you know now. Don't wait until you're 54. Trust what you know now at 24, because it's not going to change. You are. The truth that's in your heart is not going to change. When it feels like you are losing your balance, do not contract, holding your arms close to your chest, for you will fall. Instead, reach out and extend them fully, saying yes to Spirit's steady hand. Yes, yes, yes to all that God wants to gift to me, just because I am a beautiful child of God. And you are too. Affirm it. acknowledge it, call it in. A few years back, I was given the guidance that it was time to call in all the prayers, all the blessings, all the gifts with my name on them. And so this is what we're doing. And we're doing it. It may not happen overnight, like with the snap of our fingers, and we're in this time of instant gratification, for everything. And it's not. It's about slow and steady progress, which brings me to, we're going to close with the writing. That's why my journal was here, because there's been some messages that have come through in the last couple of days that really wants to be shared. Okay. So they're asking me to go back to August the 10th. Okay. There were some numbers that came in there, 888 and 333. So here is the message. They want me to read this and what was written yesterday. So I wrote on the 10th of August, some messages came through. So when I write, my writing is basically automatic writing channeled from source. I started doing it in the early to mid 90s, and it's been like conversations with God. And, when I channel, it comes in fast and furious. And for the most part, it's all capital letters. And when I'm not channeling, you can see there's like upper, lowercase. 41:41 on the clock there. So hopefully we were able to read that. But let's get to what they want me to share with you. And then we're going to call it a day. If you're still here, thanks so much. Hit the thumbs up. If you would like to work with me, book a reading, be a part of our moon circles. Where are all my sisters at? Where are all my sisters at? Come on, you are worth that investment of $22 a month. Or hi, good morning, Sonoran Mystic Tarot. Welcome. Excuse me. So if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, an intuitive healing session, or if you are one of my sisters I'm waiting for to become a part of the moon memberships, head on over to my website. Link is in the description box below. It's simply lisalyle.com. I thank you so much for being here. Don't forget, all subscribers, new and old, who subscribe and comment on content, get their name entered into the free reading giveaway. Next draw is August 29th. Let's close this up with some channeled messages for all of us. So from August 10th, 888 and 333 were the numbers that came through. 888 and 333. Empress sets herself free. Sets her sights higher, guided by her inner eyes. She soars, flights of delight, abundant resources. Source lives within. She knows this. Sacred bliss, simply easy, co-creating dreams, manifesting now. With ease and grace, she flows freely forward. Divine rewards flow. She has grown, beautifully so. Divine soul, eternal, she knows. Eternal, she knows. Soul, she grows. Divining rod of God, wisdom flows from healed pain. You have grown. Healing supports wisdom to flow. Money flows as your tree grows. So we're being called a money tree. That's what they were saying. We are the money tree. Money flows as your tree grows from your courageous heart, don't you know? Souls grow by healing deep ancient roots. Sacred tree of life, sap of life. Be more sappy. Show you're happy. Take a nap if you feel you might snap. So when I channel, I'm a little bit like Dr. Seuss, okay? Rhymey and rhythmic and all that fun stuff, because really Spirit, God wants us to lighten up and not take ourselves and life so serious. 4, 4, 4, 4 on the clock. The angels want for us so much more. As you rest, the map becomes clear. Sacred path becomes clear. With your inner ear, listen to the wind within your breath. Your body knows best and wants to guide. Body language does speak. What is yours saying to you? So again, it's all about listening within. How is our body feeling? Today I have to say my right hip is a little bit, it's since my fall last week, it's been a little tender. So it feels tight. Shh. Listen. Breathe again. Listen. Windpipes break. Windpipes speak. Do you need more sleep? Little Bo Peep, you are not lost sheep. Born to lead, you are. Breathe. Take the lead. Sacred deed. Eternal abundance is now present, presenting you the sacred tool. Remember, you are the divining rod of the show, shining now your holy crown. Glory is your life. Give up the fright and leap into the loving arms of delight. And then yesterday, this quiet, small little message came through, and it says, Divining rod of God, set free your heart and soar and soar. The gift each day is the ability to willingly open your heart more. Abundant, mi amor. More, more, more. The sacred waters roar as new life springs forth, fertile and abundant. Myrtle, slow and steady like a turtle. So. That's it, everyone. I trust that something here has resonated with you whenever you find the place. Please know, as you leave here today, as we disconnect today, your presence here is a gift in my life for which I am currently eternally grateful. I see you. I feel you. I love you. Thank you so much for showing up and focusing on filling your own sacred cup. Until tomorrow, everyone, take good care.